Hello, everyone. I would like to apologize that I had to cancel at the last moment our live session. I am so sorry. Something came up that I just cannot postpone. So thank you for understanding. So I decided to record this video. It's pretty late, but I just wanted to record it because I wanted you guys to have the information and I didn't want to leave you hanging. I know a lot of you wait for that. For the monthly video, so it is. I'm gonna do my best to do it without you guys here, because I know when I have you live, so I feed from your energy and your questions. So I love to see you guys on screen. So I'm gonna do my best to make this fun and interesting. Okay, so let's begin. This is gonna be the Rooster month. It's a September month. Let me start sharing my screen. And remember, I'm going to share this presentation with you guys in my Telegram channel. This is September. This is the peak of the metal season. Remember, we started the metal season with the monkey during the month of August. For all of you that are beginners in Chinese metaphysics, particularly in Batsa, you probably don't know this, but the metal season is the month of August, September, and October, which is the monkey, the rooster, and the dog. And believe it or not, the metal is the strongest at the monkey because it is a growth branch. It's when the element of metal is beginning to grow. A lot of people think that it is during the rooster month because the rooster is the peak, is the middle. It is the cardinal branch or the cardinal animal. But it is better when it's growing, when it's beginning to grow. Let me ask you a question. If your wealth element is metal, let's just say it's metal, when do you think your metal element is the strongest? At the beginning, when it's growing, when it's a baby, which still has all its life to grow? Or do you like your money to be at the peak when it's an adult and then it's just declining after that? So basically, that's what happens with the elements. Any elements, but we're particularly talking about metal. So during the month, the season of metal, during the monkey month, that's when the metal was strongest, right? So now we're in the rooster month, which is at its peak. So now it's going to go down and it's going to die with the dog month, which is why we call those graveyard animals, which is when the season or the element is dying and then the new element, which in this case is going to be water, is going to be born with the pig. So I just wanted to give you a little bit background for somebody that's new. What does the metal season mean? And remember, yes, we're in metal season. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. It doesn't matter what hemisphere you're in. It is a metal season everywhere in the world. So this is the month of September. As usual, we're going to do a little bit of a world view. Then we're going to talk about the branches and the month, which are the animals. People commonly know them as animals, or they're really called earthly branches. Then we're going to talk about the best locations for your home and office, depending on your goals. Remember, your goals are very important. And then we're going to talk about Chimen, very interesting. And then I have a lot of auspicious dates to give you guys today. Okay. Remember that you need your natal chart. You can either get mine, which is, it's in Spanish, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You can have it. You can go to this QR code and then you can scan it and then you can have my natal chart. Or you can use the Intuitive app, download it on your phone. It's an amazing app. It's free. You can download it either in the Apple Store or Google Play, and then it will give you your natal chart as well. So it's an amazing, amazing app. I highly recommend it. Or you can use your Yap, also a great app that you can use. There you go. You simply click on these QR codes that I'm giving you, and you go straight over there. Okay, and so it's very important that you have it. Here are my Telegram and my Instagram channels. I suggest please follow me because I'm consistently giving you a lot of information and things that are, in addition to these monthly videos that I do for you guys. So please make sure that you follow me in Telegram and that you follow me on Instagram. Okay, I wanted to share this because if you guys are listening to my daily videos that I give you on Instagram, you know that I'm talking about priming directions. I'm priming directions and the best priming direction for this day. And it is a great energy for you to have. It's a great direction for you to connect with that divine source, that life source, that powerful energy, with that universal energy, whatever you want to call it. Why is that important? Because it helps make your manifestation come true faster. So when you start priming or you start connecting with this energy, whenever you do commands, whenever you do manifestations, whenever you do anything like that, it's going to make it easier. I think my video got blurry. I'm sorry about that. I'm turn it off and put it back. That's better. So it's gonna give you like a higher connection. It's gonna give you like a VIP pass for you to be able to manifest faster everything that you want. So if you're hearing those videos, I say, if your connection palace or the palace that you have with 4-star in your Chimen natal chart, then this is a good day for you to do this. So I'm going to give you a specific direction for that. Like, for instance, I'm going to show you in this particular case, this person connection palace is the north. You see how? Because it literally says connection on it and it has 4 stars. Do not confuse this number 4. It's not this numbers. It's the one with little, this one right here. So in this case, if I say, if the north is your connection palace, then today is a good day for you to do priming. So it will be this person, okay? Let's say if it would have been another day, and I mean, if it's another chart, it would say like connection here, and it will have 4 little dots here. So whenever I say the direction that you're in your natal chart, you have the 4-star connection, then that day is a good day for you to sit with your back to that direction and maybe do some manifestation, do some mantras, so anything that makes you feel connected with a higher force. You know, whatever that is, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Also, let me show you how it looks like in the Intuitive app. It will be right here. See, it says 4. Again, do not confuse it with the number 4, is the little dots. So in this case, it will be the north. Here, it doesn't specifically say connection palace, but it does have the little 4 dots. So this person, again, will be the north. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure, please do it. It's very important. I just wanted to introduce my logo for 2024 only. Why is it important? Why are we talking about this? For many reasons. The most important is because next year is the dragon month. It's a wood dragon year, right? And this month we are in the rooster month. For all of you that do not know, there is this combination called 6 harmonies. And then the dragon and the rooster are part of a combination. They're part of a harmony. They're friends. So basically, next year we have a dragon coming in, and this is a rooster month, which means this rooster is calling his friend, come to me. So basically, in my very own personal opinion, obviously I respect anybody that doesn't agree with me, the year 2024 is going to officially begin now in the rooster month. At least we're going to be able to feel the energy and the challenges and anything that we might have to work on for 2024. It's going to give you like a preview of 2024 because it's calling his friend. Also, it is very important, I think, and it's a very beneficial thing for all of us that have a rabbit in our chart. As you know, the rabbit and the rooster of this month clash, right? So the people that have rabbit, like me, I'm not sure if you have a rabbit in your chart, probably thinking, oh, wow, this is a rooster month, and this is a pure pillar, you're going to see later. We have metal on top, we have metal at the bottom, which means this rooster is coming very strong. Yes, and you're right. So the people that have rabbit, like me, are like, oh, this is not a good thing. Well, it depends. This is why. If I'm correct, which I think I am, the dragon for 2024 is being called, right, by the rooster of this month because they're friends. There's a harmony. So basically, if it's pulling its friend to come and play, it's going to let go of the rabbit. Why? Because in Vatsa, the number 1 rule is that combinations are always stronger than afflictions. So if there is a harmony with the rooster and the dragon, it's going to leave the rabbit alone. Also, the rabbit and the dragon also have a combination. They're part of a trilogy, so they also have a combination. So it's also a good thing. So basically, the dragon is coming in to tell the rooster and the rabbit, do not fight anymore. Do not fight anymore. So it's a good thing. I know you're probably wondering, well, the rabbit and the dragon also have a harm, and you're right. The rabbit and the dragon have a harm, but then again, remember what I just said. Combinations are stronger than afflictions. So the combination between the rabbit and the dragon is stronger than the harm between the rabbit and the dragon. So I do think that this month, calling the dragon is going to be a little breather and a relief for all of us that have a rabbit in our chart. So I just wanted to introduce that logic for you guys. So take advantage of that. Do not worry too much. I'm going to keep showing you why I believe. So I just explained to you the combination with the dragon and the rooster. Also, I do think that this is going to be a huge representation for period 9, the 2024 wood dragon, because obviously it's the beginning of period 9, is the beginning of the next 20 years. Also, like when you were born, you have the natal chart that you carry for the rest of your life, right? So 2024 is going to be the year where period 9 is born. Therefore, this wood dragon is a huge manifestation or representation of what the next 20 years are going to be. So that's just common sense, right? But then I'm going to look a little bit more deeper. 2024, this is the hexagram for the wood dragon. When I look at this hexagram for the wood dragon, what do I see? I see the Li triagram. For all of you that you need to know a little bit of I Ching for this. This is the Li triagram that is composed of 2 yang lines and 1 yin line. I said, okay, we have the Li hexagram on top. So again, I see a huge connection with the wood dragon and period 9. And the Li hexagram, for all of you that are new, represents fire. The Li triagram, I'm sorry, represents fire. Also, we have what is called hidden triagram right here. This is a hidden Li triagram. So again, we have a triagram right here that is Li, and we have a triagram right here that is Li. Again, another point why I think, yeah, this wood dragon is definitely going to be a huge representation of period 9. And again, why are we talking about it during Rooster month? Because the rooster and the dragon are friends, so we're going to start feeling all of that energy since now. Okay, let's take it a step further now. This is the chart for now. This is the chart for September that we're going to analyze in a little bit for September 2023. And this is the dragon for 2024, the year pillar. Forget about the 10 gods for now. Okay. So what are we looking at this? Something very, very important that I'm looking. That hexagram of the year 2024 is a full combination with the hexagram of 2023 or the year pillar. Here we have a He2 combination, and here we have a He2 combination. Okay. So it's very, very powerful. Also, this top triagram combines in a He2 with this top triagram and combines with this top triagram. So again, there's a huge connection between 2024 and September of 2023. So another reason why I think that this 2024, we're going to be feeling the energies during the month of September. I just wanted to give you a bit of a background on that, okay? So why do you hear me talking and say, why is Paula talking so much about the hexagrams and talking about 2024 and about the wood dragon? We're still in the middle of September. We just started September. This is the reason why it is very important in my opinion, okay? So I just wanted to give you a background on that. So now let's get started with the energy of the month. You're gonna need your Batsa chart, which I told you how to get. You can get your Chiman charts, which is actually in the same platforms that I showed you earlier. You can get those, and you're gonna need a floor plan of your property. Okay, nothing new, the usual stuff that we have, okay? So this is the Rooster month. It's gonna officially start on September 9th at 6:38. This is the chart for this month. A lot of interesting things. As you can see, the first thing that we can analyze and see is the wealth element is pretty weak. We have the wealth element that is water. You're probably thinking, if you're new, you're thinking, well, Rooster is metal, metal produces water, therefore water is actually strong. Yeah, that is a very basic analysis. When you look at it deeper and more advanced, it's very, very weak, as a matter of fact. Yes, it is produced by the month, which is good, but it's only on the stems. We never want something to be only on the stem because it's at risk of being clashed away, which it is in this case. It is clashed out by the fire. So the water is clashing out the fire and the earth is clashing in the water. So that water that you have only on the stems is being clashed out and clashed in, which makes it extremely weak. So the wealth element this month is present, but notice that in my right here in my degrees on the levels of strength of the element is all the way at the bottom. It is extremely weak. What does it mean in a practical manner? Yes, there is money and there's resources available for everybody's trying to fight and get them. So only the strong are going to be able to get it because there's very little available. There is, but it's being clashed in and clashed out. So everybody's trying to get the money. Also, when we look at the health, which also health has to do with also resources, it has to do with academics, it has to do with learning. It's actually the same thing that's happening. It is fire in this case, direct resource and indirect resources. It is weak during the rooster, it is weak during the metal, and also is involved in this clash. So that's not good. You don't want any element to be involved, even on a combination, it's not good because it is weak, like in this case. This snake that you see right here that has the resource, the direct resource, which has to do with health, and it has to do also with academics and resources in your life. It is weak by season and also is being pulled in the sense that it's being combined right here. The snake and the rooster are trying to pull in their friend, the ox. The rooster, the snake, and the ox are part of a metal elemental trilogy, which means those two friends are there and they're trying to call the last friend, come on, we want you to play with us. But in that moment of wanting to play with us, the snake is losing a little bit of its power. Okay, it's losing a little bit of its power. Therefore, the health issue could be, the health aspect of our life could be an issue. We're going to look at it in Shimon later on. Also, again, the academic part, because it has to do with resources and teachers, could be, we could hear a little bit of that. Also, you see a clash here between the rooster and the rabbit, and the rooster and the rabbit. Yes, it is a strong clash. However, the rooster, remember what I said before when I talked about the dragon, the rooster, and the rabbit? In this case, the rooster is busy playing with the snake, trying to call their friend ox and combining into the metal element that doesn't have too much time or energy to be fighting with this rabbit. So it is a good thing, believe it or not, that that trilogy is happening because it's giving a break to the rabbits. Again, that doesn't mean you're free. It doesn't mean rabbits do not worry about it. It just means that rooster is there to fight you, that is very strong, is being distracting, playing with his friends, that doesn't have time to fight with you. So basically, it gives us a little bit of a breather. And also, yes, the ox does come in this combination because it is a metal trilogy that is trying to combine. The cardinal animal is here, and not only is here, is doing its season, which is metal. So there is an invisible ox here in this chart. Even though you don't see it, there is an invisible ox. Also, the auxiliary stars for this month, I have them right here. And the way you get it, when you go to my calculator, you click right here, and right underneath, you're going to see the same thing that I put here. If you notice, I gave the names in English, the names in Spanish, and the name in Chinese. So pretty much, it's right there. It's very easy. I'm going to just cover a few of them, just so that you know, in Chinese metaphysics, auspicious stars, like the ones that you see in red, have more value or more power sometimes than the negative ones. So there's some of them that just one of them is the same as like 4 of these. So please do not be very confused or sad if you see a lot of negative stars. Like for instance, these ones right here are very weak. This is a little bit strong. This one is strong. Obviously, this is a strong one, but these are very weak, and these are pretty strong, okay? So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of some of them just so you have an idea, right? The general star, it is one of the best stars because it has to do with leadership and authority and power. It basically means that you're going to be surrounded by big, powerful people, and those people are going to give you a hand whenever you need it the most. So it is great to eliminate blockages and obstacles. So we have the opportunities this month to meet people, become leaders, and power and authority. So it is a great start to have. Study hall, it is great for academics. Obviously, it is great for investigation. It's great for analysis. It is great for exam taking. So it is a good for anything that has to do with academics. And as you can see, we have the academic star this month. And remember that I told you the academics part was weak. Yes, it was very weak, but at least this auxiliary star right here with this monthly star is helping us surpass that. So, okay, I like that. Jade Hall is one of the best stars for wealth in Chinese metaphysics. Okay, I love it. It means an increase or amplify something of value. But here is the key. Amplify or increase something of value. For you to be able to amplify or increase something, you already have to have it, right? For me to be able to brush my hair, I need to have hair. For my house to increase in value, I need to have a house. So basically, this is something increases in value. But remember, you first need to have it. Now, I wanted to tell you, we're not talking just about money. It's not that I need to have money in a bank account. I need to have a house. No, it's anything of value. My knowledge, right, is value. So why don't you work on increasing your knowledge, everything that you know, because that is very valuable. The more that you know, the more worth you have. So this month, not only your financial part, but think about how can I increase myself, okay? Month emptiness, it is a very neutral star because it basically augments or increases whatever stars they're with. So basically, we have a lot of good stars, like I just mentioned, and this month emptiness is going to make them way more powerful. It's a plus. That's excellent. The other ones that we have here, like Calamity Shah, that's what simply means that there is a possibility of being surrounded or having contact with natural disasters. I know it sounds horrible, but it just means, maybe it's a typhoon or hurricane, earthquakes, things like that. So yes, we might hear something like that this month, but it's just a start. There's nothing we can do. The conflict with the year, that's something that we already know. Obviously, the rooster is clashing with the year. So obviously it means changes for the rabbit. But remember what I said before too, that rooster is basically playing and it's distracting itself. So it might leave the rabbit alone. So I'm not too crazy concerned about it. Great consumer, this one is maybe the chances of spending a lot, or maybe unexpected expenses that come. The way I always tell my students when great consumer comes in is then you lose money in a controlled manner. That can be in an investment, in a class. You get money and you invest it in something. Obviously, never do that with money that you desperately need to pay your rent, to eat, or anything like that, right? So basically, you can take control of that by you making it, you losing money, paying for things that obviously, if I pay for a class, or if I pay for something to increase my assets, then I don't have the money handy. So obviously that is losing money at that moment. So that's how you can trick this star, okay? Prison, well, literally it means being incarcerated, but also can mean feeling trapped in my own emotions and my own feelings. Okay, this is a very like whatever star. And then sky sadness means maybe feeling depressed or sad. Well, as you know, those are little stars that are there present. You take control of everything that you want in life anyway. So just don't let that affect you or bother you. Here is the super moon. I just wanted to remind you guys, because I know some of you have gotten this information from the past, from other masters, but I just wanted to, this part right here. On September 29th, we're going to have another super moon. I like this one. It's very nice because it's going to be able to help us manifest more courage, more connection, and more support from other people. This is very yin energy. With the yin energy, it means that our emotions are afloat, our emotions are out there. Some people are scared of that. I think it is a great tool to see how I feel, because it's going to be a mirror of what are the things that you need to work on. If during a super moon, I feel very sad, I feel like crying, okay, then I'm asking you, why? Okay, why do you feel like that? Because that is life telling you those are things that you need to work on. Because if you don't work on those things that are making you sad, that are making you angry, first of all, that can affect your body and become an illness later. So go within yourself and say, why do I feel like this in those yin days, right? So remember, the moon controls water. Our body is mostly made of water. So that's why our emotions are afloat when we have a yin energy that's very strong. So on the 29th of September, notice how you feel. What is the common denominator that day? Most of the day I was sad, most of the day I was happy. And then see why. Because I think it will be an absolutely amazing day for you to work on what you need to work on, or at least identify what you need to work on for 2024. It's going to be a great indication for you to clear any energy or any vibration that you might be feeling mad or feeling sad about, okay? So very, very important. In my opinion, you know, some people don't like to face those things, so people feel scared, obviously, because once they come out, you need to be able to deal with them. So if you don't know how to do them, then I suggest you stay indoors and you don't have much contact. But I don't think that even staying indoors is going to prevent you from having such a strong yin energy. But just wanted to put it out there. Okay, now let's look at the achievement chart for the year in reference to the rooster month that we're in. I'm going to be looking again at this box right here because this is where the rooster lives. This is the rooster month. So this is the way I like to analyze it. I think this month we might feel like we're a hamster in a wheel, right? That we're going, we're not going anywhere. It's just a lot of moving, a lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts, but not going anywhere. Even if you're doing actions, you might feel like you're not going anywhere. What do I think that too? It's because we have the arriving hexagram. The arriving hexagram, in my opinion, means that you're not there yet. It doesn't mean you're not going to get there. It means you're not there yet. So when we have the fear door and we have this combination, the way I see it is stop. You know, like if you're going in a long trip, you're going to go into a 10-hour long trip, right? Then you say, okay, I'm not there yet. I'm halfway. So let me stop, analyze. Is that really where I want to go? Am I on the best track to get there? Is there another way that I can go? Is there people that can assist me to get a faster way or a more smart way to get there? Am I enjoying the journey, or is it super stressful that is it even worth it what I'm going? So those are the things that I want you to know. Do not give up on what you're doing. I just want you to stop, analyze and say, is this what I want to do? Is this really the destination that I want? Am I on the right path? And what changes do I need to do in order to get there? Okay, in order to get there. Also, we have Tiger right here with the Death Door, 7-star Tiger hero, producing the month. What does that mean? Actions that you might have to do in your life to be able to become the hero in your own movie. The Death Door means you probably have to change something, actively change something. Tiger with 7 stars means not only physicality, but maybe changes that you need to do in a more spiritual way, in a more spiritual level. Because here we have the same stems in the same boxes, and we have Death Door and we have Fear Door. So I think there might be changes that we need to make within ourselves in order to change our tour or where we want to go, or our path. So just make sure that you say, okay, do I really want to go there? And am I on the right path? We have the advancement hexagram, which again supports my theory that maybe in order for you to advance and get where you need to get, you might have to change something. Also, yes, there's opportunities on the way. There's people willing to give you a hand. Why? Because we have Chief with a life door, with grass and 5 stars. You might have some obstructions in meeting those people, but the obstructions can come from your own insecurities and your own fears. So then again, you might have help if you ask for it, for people to help you find the path that you need. Okay? So it is very important that we stop, analyze, is this where I want? Do I have people around me that can help me get what I need to get? The last thing that I wanted to share with this chart also is it's very interesting that the south box obviously controls the metal box. And when I look at the components that we have here, you have to be careful with sweet talkers. You have to be careful with people that are telling you the right thing, smart things. They're telling you smart things. They're telling you what you want to hear in order to get what they want. Be careful, listen, think, investigate, ask, then make decisions, particularly financial decisions. So I don't want you to be caught up with people that are sweet talking you, promising you the world, promising you, I have an easier path for you to get here. But at the end, it turns out to be a lie. It turns out to be what you wanted to hear, but it was not really the truth. So be careful with sweet talkers, okay, this month. Now I'm going to analyze the monthly chart in reference to the achievement chart of the month. We're going to be looking here again, because this is obviously the month of Rooster, and then I'm going to be looking at this box, which is the day stem of the month. I added Heaven Dune, that is not here in the chart, but I think it's very important. Why is it very important? Because it has to do with clarity. So I think this month, notice how this chart is connected to the year chart. Clarity for what? In reference to one. Clarity means I need to be clear on what it is that I want to go. Am I on the right path? Remember what I told you? Stop and have clarity and see exactly if this is where you want to go. We have the real deception here, which is one of the best combinations in achievement. It makes real that which you have in your head. But then again, what you want to become real, what you want to make real, is it really what you want? You have been saying that you want to go to the destination because it's what I want, it's what's best, but is it really what you want? So again, the month is making you think exactly if this is what you want. We have 2 novels that are going to help us guide. We have a very strong open door that's telling you there's open opportunities there you want, but this also reflects a conflict, which is what I told you before, the hamster in the wheel going in circles. Why? Because moon is hidden, open is open. So is it open or is it hidden? I think it's a combination of both. It's what I was telling you before. I think you're probably openly doing things that may be hidden or inside of you might not want. Or you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you're doing what your family tells you, or society tells you, or your job tells you have to do. But within yourself, you know that that's not really what you want to do. So again, I think it is very important that we stop, have the clarity that we need before we continue. Also, we have here in this box, which is producing us, a heaven with destruction and harm. It's very similar to what we saw in the last chart, which means what? Changes that we have to make in our minds. Changes that we have to make in our minds. Now, are we willing to make those changes? Is it going to be easy to make those changes? Probably not, because death and emptiness makes it a bit harder to do those changes, a bit harder to do the changes. Here, this represents a trap. a trap. A trap could be a trap that you have set for yourself. A trap can be what we said before in the previous church with sweet talkers, maybe people that are talking to you, trying to change what you want. So I just want you all to be aware of the fact that we need to be very clear in what we want. They have clarity to make sure that what we want is what we want. Here we have the heaven hexagram, which is one of the most powerful ones, which means you will have the power if you can surpass the insecurities, the dilemma, the contradiction. Also, this proves what we talked about in the Batsa chart about money being there, accessible, but being pulled from all angles. This right here is the life door, which usually represents wealth and money, and on envoy, which means it's strong and powerful. However, it is in the north, which makes it weak, and it's in death and emptying, which makes it weak. So it's not very strong. Here we have ambassador, which is also very weak, which is where it's located. So again, there's money, very hard to obtain. Cheap, great. What does that mean? High status people. So if you want to obtain the money, the little bit of money that is accessible, you're going to have to go high. You're going to have to go with people with status, people with power. And that's probably where you're going to be able to get the assets that you need or the opportunities that you need to be able to get that wealth. So that is the information I wanted to share with you guys on the achievement chart for the month. I hope it helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, this is the world map that I share with you guys every month. These are the countries or the continents or the cities, however you want to see it, that are going to be more affected or benefited, depending how you look at it with the energy of the month. So everything that we're going to talk about this month is going to be more impact in those particular regions, because here we have the month and the year stems and branches and the clashes and everything. I will say pay particular attention to this one right here. Why? Because this one has a clash with the year and clash with the month. So I think that will be the part of the world with the highest impact. Again, I'm not saying necessarily negative. I'm saying a higher impact would mean everything we talked about, good and bad, is more affected or impacted by those countries. That's all that it means. So just take note and be aware. This is not for you to get concerned, for you to get worried. It's simply for you to have aware. Remember, information is power. If you have the information, then you know exactly where you're going to go and what you can conquer and what would be harder to do. Okay, this is the metal rooster. So if you have a metal rooster in your chart, particularly this one, I'm going to read a little bit of what it means. Obviously, you have to analyze your entire chart. So I just wanted to give you an overview of what it means, right? This is scissors that are sharp and double-edged. It is the master of seeing flaws in the world. It needs water, so it needs rain and quay so it can shine. It doesn't like earth because it doesn't like to be covered. Not the best at public relations, but great at problem solving. Not very harmonious, as can say things that might regret. It is very competitive. Never admits to wrongdoing. Will make a great lawyer. His or her partner should be proud of them and admire them in every way. Can become excellent consultants, and usually their health is pretty okay. Their superiors, like their bosses, their general managers, the people above them, love this person. Your parents, elders, mentors will make him or her their favorite. I know a lot of you can probably identify with that. Extremely cautious and loves power and authority, and will seek to gain a powerful position or powerful control in every aspect of their life. They're very sensitive and very perceptive. Will test others to find out what he or she wants to know. Very serious and responsible. His or her desire for power and self-confidence lead him or her to feel that others do not appreciate him or her enough. Think he or she is better than they give him credit for, and usually they are better than they give him credit for. His or her confidence allows him or her to stand up when seeing justice and speak his or her mind. This person is conservative with money and loves a bargain. Others might describe him or her as downright stingy. Is powerful and lustful with a strong sexual nature. Here we have sin, which is sitting on sin, which is the friend element, and can represent and be synonymous with self-confidence, admire themselves, and will never show their bad side in public. This metal rooster is attractive and seductive, just like a diamond in a display kit. Do one thing and they will expect to perfect it. O sea, anything that they do, they're going to try to be perfect at everything that they do. So this is a small description, a very general description of what a metal rooster. But remember, you have to see the interaction of this metal rooster in your chart if you have it. If it's strong, if it's weak, it's being clashed, combined. So this is just a general explanation of what it is. Here is the hexagram that we have for this month. It's called small steps. Why is it important this month? Because again, it says take one thing at a time. Remember, this is kind of what we were talking about in Batsi. This is we're talking about achievement, baby steps, one thing at a time. Travel to the destination, then stop and say, am I going the right way? Am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Do I want to change? Do I still want to go? So do not be like a horse, this is exactly what I want to go. So basically it's telling us to take steps, small steps, because small steps to the right direction is better than big long step to the wrong direction. Well, then you have to go back and start all over again. So I guess this hexagram is reminding us to take baby steps everywhere we go. Okay, you know that every month I give you guys the pillar that have the best connection with the month. These are the ones that this month have a great connection with the metal rooster, particularly the ones that I put here in a frame, which are these 4. So basically, if you have any of these, particularly these 4, then this is a month for you to be able to do more. If you have any of those on, I don't know why my camera keeps blurring. I apologize for that. If you have it on the year birth, so it is a great month to social media, to interact with outside world, with your industry. So basically go out there and be part of the external world, be part of be visible, let people see you. If you have it on the month of birth, then it's great for work, it is great for career, it is great for promotion. So make sure that you're out there and that people know that you exist. Show what you can collaborate, show what you can do in your job to be able to get a promotion, and that you are indispensable, that you actually needed, that you're actually an asset to a company, but you need to show that. If you have it on the day, so it's good for personal growth, it is good for partnership, it is good for finding a partner, it is good for becoming also a better version of yourself. If you have it in the hour, it is great for investments, it is great for children, it is great for employees, it is great for anything that has to do with your goals, anything that has to do with your future. So it is good. If you have it in a 10-year cycle that you're in right now, it means that people around you will be experiencing those things that I just mentioned. Not necessarily you, but the people around you. So take note of those of those pillars. Remember, I'm going to share the presentation with you guys in my Telegram channel, so you don't have to copy them all down. Don't worry about it. Maybe Monday or Tuesday, you'll see it on my Telegram channel. So these are the ones. If you don't have any, do not worry about it, because there's other tools that we have. Okay, the rooster month, I want to go over. I just wanted to remind you guys, like every month, this image is altered. Please do not think that you're going to have all this many roosters. I apologize. I understand it is in Spanish, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And gallo means rooster in Spanish. So wherever you see gallo, that's what it is. So basically, if the rooster is your nobleman star, then this month, do not hesitate to ask for help if you need to. There might be people that are willing and able to give you a hand, or sometimes because of your pride, it's hard for you to do. So please make sure that you ask for help if you need to. If you have a rabbit in your chart already, and the rooster is your nobleman, these lessons in life, this help might come with a little bit of pain. What does that mean? It might be, lessons not so smooth. It can be people that show you how to grow with hard situations. Like I've always said, it could be your employer that fires you. It could be your spouse that leaves you. It could be your friend that betrays you. But because of that horrible experience, you become a better person and you learn how to do X, and because of that, you become better. So it can come through hard lessons in life, okay? If the rooster is your nobleman Tai Chi, or your Tai Chi nobleman, it means that this is a great month for you to have a spiritual connection. It is a good month for you to take your time and just connect with you, with yourself, with your higher being, because you might need it during the month. You might need a time to just be like, okay, breathe. One thing at a time, everything is going to be okay. I need to have the confidence that everything is going to be okay. So it is a great month for you to connect with a universal energy or with a life source. So if you have the rooster as your nobleman Tai Chi, you can do that. It is also an academic star. So if you have it, if the rooster is your academic star, that is a great month to please study, please learn, study, learn. If you don't have money, that's not an excuse. Money is not an excuse for not learning something. There's so many videos on YouTube. There's so many things that you can download for free. So many videos, or just take old courses and review them. So please make sure that you study if the rooster is your academic star. If the rooster is your peach blossom star, it is mine, then this month, what are you going to do? Be visible. Let people know you. Let people see you. Now, romantic star doesn't mean everything is going to be nice and peachy, okay? It doesn't mean that everything is going to be good. If you're doing something illegal, if you're doing something wrong, the chances are people are going to find out about it. So be very careful, okay? It's just you will be seen, you will be known more. Good or bad, depends on what you're doing, okay? Depends on what you're doing. Death and emptiness, if you have death and emptiness as your, if the rooster is your death and emptiness, it can mean two things. One, it can mean everything that I just described about the rooster month is reduced for you. It's reduced. You're not going to feel so much the effect because your rooster is on death and emptiness, so you're not going to feel so much the effect. But it could also mean that you don't care. Not that you don't care, that you're not affected. That's the word, is that you don't care. Is that you're not affected by it. You're like, okay, I understand what Paola is saying. I see it. It makes sense, but I'll be okay. I'll be fine. That's a great attitude to have, okay? That's a great attitude to have. So you can be one of those two. But I usually say that it's more like, you're like, it's okay. I understand what you're saying. I'll be fine. So that happens if you have rooster as your death and emptiness. Please ignore the celestial doctor of the extinction star as a rooster, because that is very useful and very important to do day selection. But for you to be able to do day selection, for you to have important medical treatments or to avoid important medical treatment, just based on this, no. It is something you do in addition to a lot of other stuff that we do in day selection. So please, for now, just ignore that part, okay? Now let's go deeper into the branches. Okay, if you have, okay, perfect, right here. If you have a dragon on your chart, remember we discussed a little bit about that at the beginning, then this month is your friend. This month combines with you, which is good. Is your friend, is right there with you. So it is beneficial for you, depending on what pillar do you have. If it's in the year, that for your external socializing friends. If it's in the month, it is for your career, for your wealth, for your job. If it's in the day, it's in your personal relationship. If it's in the hour, it's in your hope, dreams, goals, and family and children. So all the dragons have the beautiful connection with the rooster, particularly, specifically, the fire dragon, Binchen. Why? Because this one has a heaven and earth combination. So just, it's a little bit more advanced. Just believe me, this dragon out of all the dragons is going to be the one that's going to have a higher potential. But now all the dragons, good. But specifically, the fire dragon has a high connection. Okay, so I just want to, all of you that have dragon, to please make sure that this month you take advantage of. And remember, it's going to be a flavor, it's going to be a taste of what 2024 is going to be like. The same thing applies for snake and or ox. So if you have snake and or ox in your chart, then make sure that this month, please, you're out there. You know, it's not the month for you to lay back and just be like, I'm going to take a sabbatical. You know, I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to chill. No, why? I mean, this is a month. This kind of happens every 12 months, every year. Take advantage of it. Now, if you have it, maybe you're in your day pillar and you say, you know, I'm just going to take time with me and my spouse to reconnect, to rekindle the magic. Okay, perfect. But if you have it in your external world, if you have it on your month, on your year, then it's a good month for you to be out there and getting a name for yourself and for people to know. And even if you have it on the hour, for you to preparing your future plans. So if you have snake and ox, please make sure that you take advantage of it. Same thing if you have monkey and dog. Monkey and dog. Particularly my dogs. Why particularly my dogs? Because next year is a year of the dragon. The dragon clashes with the dog. So next year, the dogs are going to see a big change in their lives. They're going to see a change in their lives. Now, this month is friends with you. If this month is friends with you, and it's a good indication what 2024 is going to bring in, don't you think that you dogs have an opportunity this month to see, let me see what changes, what challenges, what obstacles I can expect in 2024, and let me head on this month, try to prepare myself and better myself and have better tools to be able to fix that in 2024. So that's what you're going to do this month, okay? So be clear, be vigilant, and do not blame the world. Things do not happen to you. Things happen for you to change, for you to become better and make 2024 the best year of your life. And notice that we keep talking about 2024 in September 2023, because in my opinion, what I explained before is going to be pivotal and very important for all of you, particularly for the dogs that have a clash next year. Okay. The rabbits, as you know, nothing new, was have a clash with the month. But remember that I described earlier, I'm not too crazily concerned about it. But however, we do have a clash. So people that have rabbit in their chart this month, can experience some changes depending where you have it in your chart. Remember, clashes or conflicts does not mean negative always. It's not. It just means a change in something in that aspect of your life. If it's in the month, it could be a change regarding your career. It could be a promotion. It could be a demotion. I agree. But it could be something that changes you. Now, what you have to do is say, okay, I have a clash this month in this aspect of my life. How can I prevent it? How can I take charge of it? How can I benefit from it? It's up to you to be creative and figure it out. Now, remember that I said that the dog had a combination with the rooster, which is true, but it also has a harm with the rooster. I'm sorry. Yeah, the dog also has a harm with the rooster. What does that mean? Very simple. Just lower your expectations of people. Do not think that people will do for you what you would do for them. Do not expect too much. That's all. Just know that you're going to do it and it's fine. If people help you, fine. If people don't help you, that's fine. It's okay. Do not expect people to do for you what you will do for them. Yeah, you might feel betrayed. You might be more emotional this month, but remember, do not let that take over. Do not let that take over. Destruction with the rat, if you have rat in your chart, it can mean things that drastically change, things that suddenly change. That doesn't necessarily mean bad. It's just mean changes in your month. Also, my rats, remember that this year you have what is called an uncivilized punishment. And uncivilized punishment with the rat, with the rooster month, can be a lot of sexual energy involved. So basically, my rats this month, I want you to be very aware of putting yourself in situations of being a victim. Also, alcohol, addictions, sex, drugs, anything that has to do with overindulgence of something, overindulgence of sex, of drinking, of drugs, of anything. Please be very careful because we're looking at 3 peach blossom animals, which is the rat that you have, the year, which is the rabbit, and the rooster, which is the month. So be very careful. And if you also have a horse in your chart, then you have all 4. So be very careful, particularly with our young, kids and teenagers and people that cannot fend for themselves as easy as adults can. So just keep an eye on them. That's all. Like I've always said, my daughter and my son both have a rat. One was born in the rat year, one was born in the rat day. And this is the rabbit year. So I have to be aware and cautious with them, and particularly during this rooster month, okay? Fan Yin and Fu Yin, as you know, this is the Fu Yin. So if you have a metal rooster this month, just be aware. It could represent maybe sad events that you already expected. These are expected events, usually with a sad connotation. So Fu Yin are not the best, to be honest. Fan Yin, I'm not too afraid of Fan Yins. I actually like Fan Yins. Fan Yins is the opposite. This is the real Fan Yin. This is like a fake Fan Yin because this is a clash between heaven and earth, but it's still, we call it Fan Yin, but this is the real Fan Yin. So if you have any of these two, any of these two in your chart, this month can be something that you did not expect at all and happens. Good or bad, but something you did not expect happens. It could be you did not expect to get a promotion at work and you got a promotion. Or it could be that you expected to get a promotion, but you got a demotion, or you expected to get a small raise, but you got a huge raise. So it's just things that you did not expect to happen. And again, remember, do not look at things at life as bad or good or favorable or not favorable. Just look at life as events. Good or bad, we give those connotations. Bad or good means that we decide how we're going to categorize that. Something happens. That's it. This happened, right? How do I feel about it? I don't like it. What am I going to do about it? Can I change it? Yes, then I change it. Can I change it? No, then move on. Okay. But sometimes we dwell so much on things that we cannot change, and that makes everything worse. Okay. So now let's look at Batzel. As you guys know, please make sure that you know your day master, whichever calculator you're using. If you have mine, it will be this one right here. So in this case, it will be Bing. Do not look at anything else. All you're going to look is at this word right here. It doesn't matter yang, just the word Bing, if this is your natal chart. Now, what I'm going to do is here, as usual, there's 2 pages that has all the 10 gods. As you can see, you will be able to read them on your own. Obviously, when I share the link, with the PDS and my Telegram channel. But what I'm going to do right now is give you my interpretation in addition to everything that's here. Okay. So this you can read on your own. This doesn't change every month. I have it there for you to read, but now I'm going to give you what my interpretation is. Okay. Let's start with Bing. If Bing is your day master, it means a lot of productivity, but it also means a lot of work. You're going to be working very hard and working very hard. Why? Because this is sin, which is, think of a diamond, and you are the sun. The sun's job is to make the diamond look pretty. As long as the sun is shining bright, the diamond is shining. The moment that the sun stops shining, the moment that it's nighttime, then the diamond doesn't shine. Think about diamond in the darkness. It means nothing. It needs some sort of light. So basically, to my Bing Day Masters this month, you're going to have a lot of work. Now, make sure that you're not like the hamster in the wheel, just going in circles, going nowhere, right? So make sure that you're actually shining into the diamond with a purpose. That how am I benefiting for this? How is this going to make me money in the long run? That you're just not working to work. So make sure that you take small steps, that you stop and you think about what you're doing, right? Ding. If Ding is your day master, then you have indirect wealth. This means that you're going to have a lot of opportunities this month, a lot of opportunities. The thing is, are you strong enough? Are you secure enough? Are you confident enough to be able to get them? So you might have a lot of opportunities that either you financially cannot afford it, or you time don't have it, or skills and education and knowledge don't have to be able to do that. So basically see what opportunities present themselves to me this month, and see what do I need to do in the future, particularly for 2024, to be able to grab those opportunities. So yes, there is opportunities, there's money, there's high rank, there's people with high status, high opportunities, but you might not be too strong to be able to get them. How do you fix it? So associate, collaborate with people that can. So do not be afraid to ask for help, because you're very weak this month. So do not be afraid and do not hesitate to ask for help, particularly if you have the Rooster as your nobleman star. Okay, the Wu Day Masters, if you are Young Earth, then you have Herding Officer. This is very interesting because the Young Earth people usually are very reserved, very quiet, very calm, very collected. So typically this is not you. So now this Herding Officer energy comes, which means you're going to be able to, you handed a mic that you usually not handed to. So be careful with over-promising, be careful with over-committing, be careful of doing more than you can actually do. Be careful to biting more than you can actually chew, because your nature is to give, your nature is to help. So you might want to honestly and legitimately say things or commit yourself to do things that you cannot do. You intended it and you meant well, but at the end of the day, you cannot produce. So be careful with that. But other than that, the world is listening to you, is your mic. Yin Earth is a lot, you have eating God. So it's a lot of creativity, a lot of innovation, a lot of thinking outside of the box, a lot of doing things different, a lot of maybe AI, artificial intelligence, a lot of doing, like, just be different. Just be different. People don't need to know what you're doing, just be different. It is a bit tiring. It is a bit draining, because here we have the earth producing metal, which it does. So it's very exhausting. It's like a mother giving birth. It is amazing. It is wonderful, but I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. So, but just make sure that you do everything to be creative, okay? Gunmetal, if you're gun, it's a lot of competition. You have a lot of competition this month, a lot of competition. Competition with whom? Competition with yourself. Do not compete with other people. Do not try to imitate somebody else because they're doing well, so let me do what they do. No, be the best version of yourself. Rest, take time if you need to, then go ahead and try again. This is an axis, this is a block of metal trying to compete with the diamond. Can a block of metal compete with the diamond? Is very hard. Not impossible, but very hard. The shiny diamond is going to get my attention. So do not compete with something that you cannot compete. Just become the best version of yourself. And if you get tired, that's okay. If you get tired, rest and keep going. If you are Sin Metal, then you have your friend star very strong, obviously. What does that mean? Collaborations, associations. A group of diamonds look a lot better than just one single diamond, right? A lot of diamonds together. We like the diamond necklace. We like the diamond rings. We like the diamond earrings. So a lot of diamonds together shine brighter and look pretty. So why not collaborate, and do things. Also, it is a good month to go within myself, to go within self-reflection, because a diamond usually obviously shines out. No, people see, people appreciate how beautiful it is. So a diamond rarely looks inwards. Why? Because the beauty is out, right? So it is a month for you to go within yourself also and change things that you might want to change, particularly for next year. Red water, we have direct resource. Direct resource, it is great for learning. It's more for like focused learning, to go deeper in a specific subject, to deep dive into something. So remember a subject you wanted to learn and learn. I wanted to go into cooking, but it's not just cooking. It's specifically, I want to learn how to cook Chinese food. I want to learn how to cook Mexican food, specifically something. So deep dive into a particular area, particular subject, okay? Koi water is in direct resource. So what am I going to tell you guys? Your intuition is very important. Trust that gut feeling. Trust that intuition. Okay? Trust the sixth sense that is going to be awakened for you this month. Is basically trust. And I suggest also do a lot of spirituality, a lot of meditations if you like, a lot of mantras if you like, particularly if the rooster is also your nobleman Tai Chi, or your Tai Chi nobleman, then you have a great direction, a great connection with the unknown, with the mysterious. So definitely utilize it, okay? Ja, if you have your day master is Young Wood, then we have direct officers. This means discipline, this means power, this means authority, this means control. So you might feel overwhelmed. Think of this, Ja is a tree, right? Sing metal is a diamond or a little knife or pair of scissors. So think of the month is carving you. It's not cutting you, it's carving you, right? So it's carving you maybe it takes time, but to become a beautiful sculpture, to become something better, right? So for that, you need what? Discipline. You need to be focused. So it might be a little bit draining, but it will show you this month what are the areas of your life that you might have to work on to have a better, beautiful piece of art at the end of the year. Okay, so just, you might get a lot of punches, right, thrown at you, but it's just life carving you. Okay, just think of the metaphor. Think of the tree being carved by a knife. And if you're yin earth, I'm gonna say yin wood, I'm sorry, then okay, this could be a bit draining, a bit stressful, because think of a bonsai tree, think of roses being trimmed, right? Being trimmed by a pair of scissors. So it hurts. I don't like it. I don't like to be cut, but I know at the end of the day, it's going to make me more beautiful. It's going to make me a beautiful bonsai. It's going to make a beautiful rose garden. Because sometimes you need to trim the dead ends, you need to trim the dead petals, you need to trim the dead stems, right? So it is a trimming process to make you better, okay? It can also make you more aggressive because you're trying to defend yourself against that which is trying to carve you. But at the end of the day, remember, it's for your betterment at the end of the day. Okay, so that's my interpretation. But remember, in this page and this page, you have more definitions of it that you can obviously read when I share with you guys the I'm sorry, I'm getting my when I share with you guys the PDF, okay? So now let's talk about Feng Shui. On Feng Shui, we have star 1 flying into the center. And if you remember, in the center, we had star 4. So now we have a beautiful combination of 4-1. It means academics. It means peach blossom. It means romance. It is a beautiful, beautiful combination. The 4-1 combination, it is beautiful. I like it. And that is basically the energy of the month. So just know that it's very nice. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the feng shui for the month. And remember that this means absolutely nothing if you don't have a goal. This means absolutely nothing if you don't know exactly what you want. This means absolutely nothing if you don't know where you're going, so that you know what train you're gonna get into. Okay, so basically, if you're watching this just for fun, great, thank you, I appreciate it, please comment. But this whole point is for you to watch it, knowing these are the goals that I have. So now let me find, where do I need to position myself in order to get it? Okay, so do whatever it takes, no excuses. Now let's start with the afflictions of the month. Here, this entire month of September, I don't want any construction, digging, hammering, drilling in any of these sectors. You can use them. I have no problem you using them. What I don't want is a lot of noises and earth activations, because that can awaken some of the afflictions. Here, for instance, in the South, we have the monthly 5. So please do not activate the South. In the West and the East are pretty interesting this month because we have the Grand Duke of the Year with the conflict of the year, the Grand Duke of the Month with the conflict of the month, the yearly 3 killings with the monthly 3 killings. So these 2 sectors, you have to be very aware, okay, that you can use. Just know a lot of yang activity, not a lot of noise, not a lot of digging or anything like that in there. And the Northwest, obviously, as we know, it has the yearly star 5. So these entire sectors, please do not activate this month, okay? Very important. So now let's talk about these energies. As you know, obviously you can read what it says in there, but I'm going to give you additional information, which is my interpretation of it. When I say, for instance, the Southeast, I'm going to start with the Southeast, and I'm going to say Southeast, and here you say it says Guafor. So if you're Guafor, this information applies to you, whether you use the Southeast or you don't. So if people like the energy that I'm going to say, they can physically go to the Southeast and get it. But the Guafor, the people that were born on the snake and dragon year, have it. You have it whether you want to or not, you have it. But if you're not a Guafor, you're not a snake, you're not a dragon, but you like that energy, you can go to the Southeast and benefit from it, okay? So this is what I was telling you, that it depends what goals do you want in life, that you might want to use those sectors. Also, please be positive. Do not tell me, I'm just going to say, if I say the Northwest is not the best sector this month, oh, but my door is in the Northwest. Okay, your door is in the Northwest, but this is a good sector, 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 this is a good sector. Then use the other ones. Do not focus on the one thing that is negative. Focus on everything else that is positive, okay? And just at the end of the day, when I put sunflowers, because it's my favorite flower, means that those are, generally speaking, good sectors for you to use. So at the end of the day, you can use any of those and you'll be good to go, okay? So let's start with the Southeast. The Southeast, Guafors, snake, and dragons. I'm talking to you. So it's great for profits. It is great for investment. This is a head-to combination. This is a head-to combination, and this beautiful combination has to do with fame, has to do with being known. It has to be known. It's the next star, is the star for period 9. It is strong in the east because this is wood producing it. This is wood producing it. So this 9 is very strong this month in that location. The 9 is weak in the month of the Rooster. However, in the home that it is right now, it's good. So it is one of my favorite sectors for you to use for fame, for popularity, for people to know you, for wealth, for profits, for investments. So if that's what you want, the Southeast is beautiful, and all of you, Guafor, snakes, and dragons already have it. Okay, the 1/9s and the people that were born on the year the dragons, I'm talking to you guys now. This is not the best sector to use this month, okay? Because these are both 9 and 8 and 5, which are earth stars that are in the south, which means the south is producing them, so they're very strong. They're very strong. However, during the month of the Rooster, they're being weakened. That's okay. However, they're still in the South Palace, so they're very strong energies. I'm okay with people using it. The thing is I don't know the layout of your property. I don't know the condition of the star 5. So let's just say, let's try to reduce the movement on this sector this month, just to minimize it, right? In a very advanced level, or if you know feng shui, if you're Gua 3 or if you're Gua 4, where the earth element is your wealth element, then that is a great sector to use because your wealth element is very strong there and you can take advantage of it. But since I don't know how advanced you are, I don't know if you have sashi in the south, I don't know how everything is in your property, I'm not going to recommend for you to use it. So let's just say my Gua 9s, I'm my horses, that's me, I'm a Gua 9. Okay, I'm a Gua 9. So we have to be very careful this month with our health and our financial investments. That's all that it means. If you tell me, Pao, but I have the door in the south, I have my kitchen in the south, that's okay. Then use all these other sectors a lot, and that's going to minimize the exposure of this one. That's it. Okay, that's it. I'm talking now to the southwest. I'm talking to the monkey and goat year people, to my Gua 2, or if you're a man, or my men Gua 5, then this information is for you. The southwest is very pretty. It's great for communication. It's great for sales and connection. It is a beautiful combination because this means speaking and talking. Speaking and talking. This is wise or wisdom. So basically, this means wise people talking and communicating. So it is great to be a smooth talker. It is great to become an influential person. However, star 7 in a lot of ways also has to do with taking, stealing, and robbing. Remember what we talked during the Chiman chart about be careful with smooth talkers and people trying to sell you, smart people trying to sell you. First of all, you could be this person. If you're a Gua 2, Gua 5, or if you're a goat or a monkey, you could be the sweet talker. Now, obviously, you guys are in a better connection of better people, right? You're not going to be, defrauding people or anything like that, scamming people. But basically, you can become very influential. For all of you monkeys, all of you goats, all of you Gua 2 and Gua 5s, you can become extremely influential, extremely famous, and people are going to listen to what you have to say. But the key is that you have to use your wisdom. The difference between star 1, which is wisdom, and star 4 is academics. This is academic. This is wisdom. This is talking wisely. This is talking intelligently. Two different things. We'll talk about them more when we get there. But generally, this is a beautiful sector to use this month. The west of your property, okay, it is, it's good because it has star 3. It gives you the courage to start, the courage to do something, the courage to get things done. At the end of the day, it's still clashing metal, clashing wood. This is wood, this is metal. This represents the oldest son. This represents the father, the head, the authority. So this could be also like a father or son arguing and fighting because the son is trying to take over the father. That doesn't necessarily mean something bad. It's just mean a power struggle. Maybe the father or the head of something is wrong and the son is right and is trying to overtake something. So basically, it's not a very peaceful sector to use. So if you want it, that's fine. If you feel like you have the courage, if you need the courage to be able to confront and overtake something, is fine. You can use it, but it's not very peaceful. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you. And then I tell you what we can do later on to minimize it. Okay, if you want to minimize it. The northwest, okay, also. I'm sorry, and the west, just I didn't say, but the west is for the Gua 7s and the Rooster people born the year of the Rooster. Now we're going to talk about the people that are Gua 6, my pig year and my dog year. Okay, they have a combination of 5 and 2, which is earth. Again, it's earth, which is weak, very weak in this sector because it is in the metal, which metal weakens this, and it's also the metal month, which weakens it. So honestly, the 5-2 is not very strong. I'm not super concerned about it. However, if you particularly are sick, if you're going through health issues, please avoid the northwest if you can't. You put already metal at the beginning of the year. That's okay. We're going to put more metal. I should just avoid it. Look, the northwest is my family room. It has a lot of movement. My family is always there. That's where I have the TV. Am I concerned? No, I'm not concerned. Why? Because it's weak. I already put metal. Our health is okay. So I'm not concerned. Okay. Just make sure you don't activate it with putting water and things like that. Just be very careful and have nobody hammering, drilling, or anything like that. Okay. That's all. And obviously, all of you Gua 6 pigs and dogs, just take care of your health. Be careful with your health. That's all. Gua 1s and my rats. It's a beautiful sector. Become indispensable. Maintain your job, stability, discipline, execution. It is a head-to combination. It's a head-to combination. It's also a combination of 10. This is a heavenly gates burning, fire burning the heavenly gates. So this is a combination that sometimes is negative because it could be also like power struggle. However, I like it here for now. I like it here because it does like a nice combination where it's at. So I like it. It's also good for power and authority, but it also can mean struggle with power and authority. I think this is the best sector to use also for your health. Like if you're not feeling okay, or if you have health issues, I will go here, or maybe you have your door here and you cannot avoid this. If you can, maybe sleep in the north. Maybe use the small Tai Chi and put your bed in the north of your room, or go to the north sector of your property to sleep if this is heavily activated and you have health issues. If you don't have health issues, then I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not concerned. Okay. The center of your property, or my Gua 5s, it is a beautiful, like I told you, this 4-1, this is intelligence, this is wisdom. It's a beautiful combination to have. I mean, wise, intelligent people this month, particularly in the center, which means the whole world. I like it. I like it. And it's good for starting a new job, for people, noble help is very nice. So the center of your property is a beautiful sector this month. The northeast, which is Gua 8 and women that are Gua 5. I guess I should put here men, not men. There are what, 5? And tiger and ox. I'm talking to you guys. This is learning, studying something new, be unique, good communications, good sweet talking skills, becoming an influencer. But remember the difference between this one and this one. This is wise people communicating. This is intelligent people communicating. There's a big difference between wisdom and intelligence. An intelligent person can intelligently read, academically know everything. A wise person knows when and how to use something, what they learn. So basically here, if you are what 8, or if you're a tiger or an ox, maybe this is a good month for you to show what you know, right? Show what you know, and people will listen because you have star 7, okay? Which means they will be there to listen to what you have to say. The east of your property, it has a combination of 10. It has a heat-2 combination with this. So basically, it is a beautiful sector. It has the earth star, the earth element there present. It's weak, but it's there present. So it is good for wealth for my Watt 3. So it's good for wealth for you guys. It's good to open up new opportunities. It's good for saving. It's great for saving. 8-2 combination. It is good for saving. It is good for relationship. It is good for alliances. It is good for a collaboration. So in generally, it's a good combination. So the east sector is another sector that I like. And the people that are Watt 3 and that have rabbit in the year. Good sector for you guys to use. Okay, so that is the information for the month for feng shui. Here is something that we can do. You can, I know some of you put the fire at the beginning of the year in the southeast, and I believe it was last month or the month before, I don't remember now. I told you guys to remove it. And yes, and if you decide that you want to put fire again in the southeast, because the fire for the year was placed there to minimize the effect of star 3 that has to do maybe with arguing, rebellious, fighting, arguing, legal issues. So if you need to, you don't have to put it. But if you think that you're still struggling with things like that, then you can put fire again on September 15. Don't worry about the time. September 15, you can start. What is fire? Fire is literally fire, a hot candle fire. It's not the color red. It's not a triangle. It's not a pyramid. It's not a red cushion. It has to be fire. You put it, it's common sense. You don't want to burn down your house. So put it a few times a day, once a week. I mean, whatever you want to do, but you start it on the 15th of September. Okay, remember that in the south, we have star 5. So you can put metal. Metal is, I'm going to show you because I have right here my metal. I'm going to show you what metal is. This is metal. You can use weights. This is my weights that I have right here. So you can use metal. In the south, it has to be metal. It doesn't matter the shape. It doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter anything as long as it's pure, solid metal. That is 15 pounds, which I believe is about 7 kilos. I think it believes 7 Ks. So it's around there what you can do for average size house. You can put that in the south. The best dates and time to put is September 9th at that time, September 10th at that time. You don't have to adjust any time to your local time. It's when that time is in your clock. That's the time you're going to use it. If you cannot do this time, because maybe you're at work, I understand, then at least that day, if you cannot do it during the time is just perfection. But look, on the 10th, you can do 3 to 5 a.m. or 3 to 5 p.m. So one of those. So if you cannot do the time, at least do it during the day. Also, metal in the south, in the northwest, maybe you already put it for the year. This is just additional metal for the health particularly. So the same thing, same date, same times. Now, I'm going to give you this option for September 8th between 1 and 3 p.m. If you cannot do 1 and 3 p.m., at least on September 8th, you can start putting fire in the west. That is to reduce and minimize star 3. Remember that we talked has to do with the power struggle, fighting, maybe legal arguing. If you want to do that, you can put it in the west. However, I do like the combination of the 6-3 because it gives you the courage to do maybe things that you would have been afraid to do otherwise. So I'm not going to put it. I give it up to you. If you want to put the fire, I give you the date. And also I'm going to show you an activation that you're going to do before the month begins with fire, with water, I'm sorry, in the west, that I don't feel comfortable you doing that activation and putting fire the next day. So if you decide that you're going to do fire because for whatever reason you want to put fire this month because you want to reduce that energy of the west, then please do not do the activation that I'm going to give you later on for the west. Okay, one or the other. So if you decide to put fire, you're going to do it on the 8th, but you're not going to do an activation that I'm going to show you later on for the 7th. If you do activation for the 7th, then do not do the fire on the 8th. Okay. This is for Xuan Kung. This is for the people that follow Xuan Kung. This is not flying stars. I'm not going to go too much into it because you have to know Xuan Kung purple white in order to do this. Here I put the best health sectors for you. And here I put the best wealth sectors for you. And remember, at the end of the day, it needs to combine with your Wa so it can be stronger. This is not flying star. The people that know purple white know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to go any deeper into that because they know exactly what this means. And the people that took Feng Shui certification with me know how to do this manually. So this is just me giving you the chart that you already know how to use. So here it is. So now let's talk about Chimen. And then after Chimen, we're going to do the activations that I have for you. I have many, many, many dates. So I hope that you like them. Okay, Chimen, here we go. Well, you need to have your Chimen chart because you need to know your destiny palace. If you have my own calculator, it will tell you right here, destiny palace is the southwest. But if you know this one's in English, obviously it will be easier if you have Intuichi, the app that I showed you earlier. I gave you the code there for you to download. Here it says that direction is the southwest, which is right here, the southwest. If you have JY, if you have Joey Yap, southwest, southwest, southwest. Basically, I gave you different platforms for you to know what is your destiny palace, okay? So why is that important? Because now we're going to talk about the information for Chimen. Okay, Chimen works this way. Okay, it's several ways it works. You know what your destiny palace is. Mine for Paola is the southwest. So whenever I speak about the southwest, then that applies to me. I'm going to be walking around this month with that energy, whether I want to or not, that's mine, right? But if I hear something about the West that I like, I can connect to the energy of the West, even though it's not my destiny palace, simply by my back to the West, either commanding and decreeing and manifesting, or sitting and working with my back to the West in those actions that relate to that which I described that you want, okay? Now, I need you to know that in order for you to be able to connect with other directions that are not your destiny palace, you need to be able to do a lot of priming. Remember that we discussed before? A lot, because again, you need to have a very high connection for you to be able to tap into other directions. Is the way I see it is that you need to learn how to speak with your mother first before you can talk to other people, right? Remember when the babies are little older, only the mother can understand what the baby's saying, the goo gaga, and the mother knows exactly what it means, right? So you need to go through that with your deity before you can talk to other deities, okay? So do a lot of priming at the beginning, a lot of connecting with your own deity, your own destiny palace, and then you can connect with others. Here, when I put those sunflowers, means in my opinion, the Southeast, the West, and the Northwest are the best this month, okay? So the Southeast. First of all, remember that we talked about the sweet talkers. Those people were the Southeast people have that ability. You have the tortoise right here with hero and scenery. These are very strong. It means the ability to be able to communicate, to talk, to be influential, to tell people exactly what they want to hear, and they will follow you and they will listen. However, be very careful. Be very careful with self-punishment, self-sabotage. You can be your worst enemy. You can doubt yourself so much that it's going to stop you from doing things that you have to do. So I love the Southeast. And then we have a fire hexagram, again, with a month that, in my opinion, combines just with period 9, that combines us for next year. So for you Southeast people, this is a great month for you to be able to become influential, to talk, to communicate, and to be able to understand and read what people need, what the masses need, what the masses want, and be able to go and give it to them in a way that's clear, happy, precise, and beautiful, okay? The South people, if you have the South as your destiny palace, this is very interesting because you have, first of all, you have a tiger with 6 stars, which means a courage, right? To do, the strength to do things, death, the strength and the courage to change things. Grain can mean your health. Grain can mean masses, group of people. So basically you are given the courage and the strength, the ability to be able to stop or change things in your health that you want to change, things in your life that you want to change, or group of people around you that you want to change. So you have the ability and the courage and the strength to do it. So if the South is not your destiny palace, but you say, I want to be able to change something in my life, then maybe this month with the Back to the South, you can say, Tiger, I command that I'm going to have the strength and the ability to be able to change this thing of my life. And you will have that energy to be able to do it. The Southwest, sorry, we have harmony with failure and fear. This is people collaborating to communicate, to say things, maybe group of people trying to help each other to conquer each other's fears. Maybe I'm going to push you to do a video. You're afraid to do it. Come on, let's do it together. And I'm going to help you, like be the light in the darkness, be the candle in the darkness for a lot of people. Yeah, it can present some challenges. But you can overcome it with the help of people. So people together, working together to be able to conquer things. So beautiful, the Southwest, when it has to do with collaborations. The West, beautiful, because we have the heaven dune. Remember that I told you it's like clarity, gaining clarity. We have the real deception, which had to do with making real everything that you want. We have a moon with 7-star, which means amazing ability to download the information, to download solution to problems, to download wisdom, to download anything that you need in order to open the opportunities to everything you want. Heaven, hexagram, means power, authority. We have Bing and Ding, which means we have noble people to give us hand when we needed them most. We have professional people available, willing to help us. So the West, beautiful. The Northwest, we have snake, the snake with rest door. This rest is very strong. With traveling horse. So basically the ability to find entrepreneurship, business opportunity, health, medicine, health healing, family, sex, relationship, is the ability to find anything and everything that has to do with empowerment, that has to do with new entrepreneurship, new businesses that you want to do. And if it's something related to health, family, relationship, sex, it will be great and easier for you to find. So it is a great location or direction for you to command that you're going to find the people or find the businesses or find the new ideas, investments that can help you. Also to help you find the doctors, the medicine, the healing, the partners that you need also back. So the Northwest will be the one to do that. The North, okay, we have the chief. Whenever we have the chief, we're happy. The chief is the power, is the authority, is the protection, is the nobleman, is the protector, is the one that gives us everything we want, is the chief, is the boss of all of them. So it is great and amazing. It is with the wealth star, but remember what I mentioned before, the wealth star is not the strongest because it is in the north, it is in death and emptiness. Yes, the envoy door helps a bit. That helps a little bit. But yes, basically the North people, you have the ability to obtain wealth, but it has to be done through higher authority, higher people of power. But no need to worry. You have a connection with the chief with 3-star, which means, chief, I command that I'm going to connect to the people that are going to help me get the financial opportunities that I want. So that is wonderful. Back to the North. Or if the North is your destiny palace. The North is here. The key is the visualization. Visualize everything that you want. If you cannot visualize something that you want, you can never go out and get it. So make sure that you're clear in what you want and that you change anything in your mind that can be trapping you into stopping you from getting what you want. Why? Because this could be a trap. This is a destructor. Harm is going out there to hunt and get. However, harm is very weak in the Northeast and is in death and emptiness. So it can mean trap, things that are trapping you, or people that are trapping you, that are stopping you from getting what you want. And the heaven is going to help you visualize how you stop yourself from being trapped, how you free yourself from those traps. But the key is that you need to visualize. We have the thunder hexagram. Thunder means thunder, right? Something shakes, something is shaken. So maybe that's the shaking that you need to be able to counter those things. In the East, we have Earth, which is beautiful, with a system, which is beautiful, with delusion, which is beautiful. So basically, this is learning, academics, teaching, hiding, recruiting myself to be able to learn, to connect with my higher energy. Earth is great for healing. Earth is great for finance. Earth is great for resources. Here we have a punishment, so be careful with doubting yourself too much to the point that you don't do anything, okay? Because it's not so much learning, but okay, I learned all of that. Now what? What do I do with that knowledge? So basically, that's achievement for you guys in a nutshell for September. Okay, now I'm going to give you some activations. Here we go. Let's start. Oh, you know what? I didn't add in this one for the one that I mentioned. I apologize, but I think I remember. You know what? No, because I want to do it correctly for you. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me get it from the Spanish one. I apologize because I want to be able to give you guys, obviously, the full information. I apologize for that. Let me copy it from the Spanish one. It'll probably, obviously, it'll be in Spanish, but no worries. I'll tell you in English. I apologize. Here it is. Give me just 1 second, and I'm going to add it for you guys. Here we go. Okay, let me share because I want to make sure you guys do it. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so I know it's in Spanish, don't worry, I'll tell you what it is. On the 7th of September, which is the day before the month begins, and this is the activation that I told you before, that if you put fire, if you decide to put fire on the 8th, then please do not do this one, okay? The time is going to be between 3 and 5 p.m. 3 and 5 p.m. What are you going to do? On the 7th of September, between 3 and 5 p.m., you're going to put water with no movement. No movement. You're not going to put a pump. You're not going to do anything to move it. You're just going to get a bucket, you know, like a bucket of water, the one they use for cleaning, just like a bucket of water, open, no lid. You're going to put water in there. You can put some sort of like chemical Clorox or anything so it doesn't smell, so that, you know, it doesn't get bugs and stuff in it, whatever you want to do. Just don't put movement on it. Because remember, we still have the 3 killings for the year there, okay? Why? Because this is a great day and time. Because what we have here is we have the yearly 6 right here, the yearly 6 with the monthly 4 and a day 4. Okay, so this is a Hit2 combinations. This is a combo of 10. So it is beautiful. Here's a Hit2 combination, and here's a combination of 10. Okay, and that is great for academics. That is great for romance. That is great for pregnancies. That is great for relationship. That is great for wealth. And here in the specific hours, we have the chief with assistant, and delusion has to do a lot with learning, academic. The chief is the ultimate authority, the ultimate power, right? And then relationship also has to do with relationship. Delusion also is when like you retreat and you become more personal, so also has to do with pregnancies, which it has to do with this combination. So basically on September 7th, between 3 and 5 p.m., you're going to put water with no movement in the west of your property, and it's going to be for any of those things. Now, if you don't need any of those things, then please do not do it. Remember, you don't have to do all these activations. I'm going to give you so many activations today. You don't have to do them. This is like me giving you a bunch of medicine, right? You take the medicine when you're sick, and then you take the one that applies. If you have a headache, you take headache medicine. But you're not going to take stomach medicine when you don't have a stomach ache. So please, no, you only do this when you need to. And this is a success day with the golden lock, yellow black belt. So it is a beautiful, beautiful day for you to do that, okay? Now, on the 8th of September, which is already a beautiful day because it's a success day with an excellent Dongon rating, what are we going to do? On this day, okay, remember, you do the ones that you think you need. Between 5 and 7 a.m., 5 and 7 a.m., back to the south, you're going to sit with your, doesn't matter what sector to use, as long as you're sitting with your back to the south, it is great for fame, popularity, and be known. If that's what you want, then that day you sit with your back to the south and you record a video, you promote something, you send an email, you do anything that has to do with helping you get the fame that you want. Also, the same day between 3 and 5 p.m., back to the east, it is great for business opportunities. Anything that has to do with business, you can call, send an email, prepare something, sit down and strategize, and you can also command. So these are something that you can do on this beautiful day of September 8th. We have more stuff right here on September 9th. It's a receive day with a golden lock. So basically between 5 and 7 a.m., with your back to the southeast, it is great for learning and clarity. You can either sit down and command that you're going to have the clarity that you need to be able to learn X, Y, and Z, or you can sit down with your back to the southeast and literally get a book and start learning and start taking notes of what you need. So you can do that. And this is a great peach blossom also. So a lot of attention to you because we have 4 cardinal animals, which are 4 peach blossom animals. So a lot of attention to you on this day. On the 10th of September, no specific hour, just the day in general. It is a good open day with a favorable day and precious light. So it is a beautiful day for you to be able to manifest how things open up for you, how you have the vision and the light, like it's a shining light on something that you want. So it is a beautiful, beautiful day, particularly if you sit with your back to the northeast the whole day at any time, with your back to the southeast, and basically you command that you're going to have the courage and the power and the vision that you need to be able to open new opportunities in your life. It could be financial opportunities, it could be health opportunities. So beautiful, September 10th. Remember, only use it if you need it. If you need it, don't worry about it. September 19th, it is a danger day. But however, if you are a little bit advanced, you know that you don't have to worry about danger day, not favorable, celestial punishment. It doesn't mean that. It's just mean there's hidden opportunities for people that have that, you know what, right? To be able to do to be able to obtain what they want in life. I'm sorry if you hear the beeping noises that I forgot to close my Telegram. So it's just clicking and clicking. And even though I just closed it, it's still in the background. So I apologize for that noise. It could be a little bit distracting. And here we have a dragon day, which combines with the rooster and also combines with the rabbit. So I really like that day. What are you going to do between 7 and 9 p.m. with your back to the west? It is great for business and career. Here it is. Here's the chart for the hour and specific. So during that specific hour, this one that I give you the hours, it has to be in those hours for you to be able to sit down and do the strategy. You can sit down and command and say, you know, this opportunity, this business that I'm doing, this whatever it is that I'm doing, it's going to be good, but be specific. You know, I'm just giving you a general idea, but be specific. And then at that moment, do something, do an overt act, do something associated with that action that you want. September 20th, which is my daughter's birthday, is a beautiful day in general because it's a success day. And right here with your back to the south is where I like it the most, because life door, which means it can be wealth, is very strong in the south. We have tiger with 7 stars. We have pillar. Therefore, I love it for you to communicate, speak, and have the courage to do things that maybe you're usually afraid to do, and that can help you gain success. Also, remember that there's a hidden combination here with the ox. So it is great, particularly if you have ox in your chart, then this is a great, great day for you. If you have ox, it's even better for you. The 21st of September specifically, the hours between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. back to the west. It is great for health. So this day is a receive day. So it is a good day for you to sit down and command and manifest back to the west. Look how beautiful it is, that you're going to have the help to have the healing, the medication, the doctors, the help, everything that you need for help. But also it's a receive day. And remember, on receive day, we want to give. So become you a person that yang, right? That gives out, gives your best version, your best talents, your best abilities. And that way you're going to be able to receive it after. Also, we have 4 peach blossom animals here again. So a lot of attention, a lot of attraction to you. But this box is beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot, particularly for health. The next one that we have is the 22nd of September, the full day of the 22nd of September. It is an open day. It is a favorable day with precious light. So I like the northeast. Look how beautiful the northeast is for anything that has to do with wealth. We have earth, which is usually the DT for wealth. We have life in the northeast, therefore it's strong. We have a double deception. We have a lot of combinations here that are good. Yeah, there's a dragon escape, which means you probably want to run away and escape, but that's okay. That's sometimes our natural human feeling is to want to get away and escape. But the 22nd back to the northeast, it is beautiful for you to do things related to wealth, financing, and open new opportunities for you. The 29th of September between 3 and 5 p.m. Back to the northwest, it is great for spirituality. I like it. It's an initiate day, so I believe it's a good day for spirituality. I like the right here, the structure that we have right here. The formation is very pretty, and we have heaven hexagram with 6 stars here with earth. I really like it. It is an initiate day. not very good activities like yang. There's not a lot of day to yang to do. So let's yin, let's go within ourselves. Also, the green dragon in the yellow black belt is very similar to the chief. So here we have that. And also this is the supermoon. Remember that we talked about the supermoon. So that's why, again, I think it's a good day for spirituality because we have the green dragon, we have this formation and initiate day and supermoon. So remember, a lot of yin activity. So back to the northwest. The 2nd of October, the day in general is a beautiful success date. You have two options. I will say back to the northeast. It is great for yang, for anything that has to do with money, wealth, going out and get it. The northwest is also very pretty for opening opportunities in my career. Remember, the northeast is life, is investments, money, gaining money, making money. The northwest is more my career, my promotion, my job, and also opening new opportunities in life. Also, the one that can greatly benefit today is the ox because of the hidden combination right here. But in general, the 2nd of October is a very good day, particularly if you use these two directions, not specific time, just in general. And the 4th of October is the last one. It's an open day with precious light. Beautiful, beautiful day. Back to the east. It is great for a scenery with moon and assistant to show people a beautiful version of everything, to teach them something in a beautiful, clear way. Download the information that you need to be able to make everything look good. It is a beautiful, beautiful way. This is also considered like a trap. So you can trap people in the way you communicate and express. Obviously, we use all of this always for the betterment of the world, not just for my benefit, but you don't say, well, this is good for me. How can I communicate in a way that the world can benefit from this? So the east is good for that. The southwest is an open door. The southwest, it is back to the southwest. It is great for opening new opportunity. It's an open day. So how beautiful, opening new opportunities. And if you're sitting with your back to the southwest, or the southwest is your destiny palace, of course, then visualize how those opportunities open for you. And last, the west, it is beautiful to open new healing and health opportunities. This is a beautiful opportunity for health and healing. So here you have becoming famous, fame and popularity. You have your job, your career, opening opportunities. You diría more financially than anything. And here you have health and family. So basically, I gave you all the information that you need for the month of October, for the day of October 4th. Nothing, I just wanted to thank you for taking your time and watching this video. Again, I apologize for having not giving you all the information at the beginning. I am going to upload this as soon as I can so you guys can have it. I'm sorry for canceling, but I had no other choice, but I hope this video served its purpose and that you enjoy it. And please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys for everything. Love you very much. See you guys later. Bye-bye.